Pam, I'm so happy to have you on Be the Solution podcast this morning. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Maria. I really appreciate being here.
Yes, Pam, it's been a long time. We met back in, the Mike Ferry days. I guess it was
Yes,
circa 2006 or 7, something like that.
somewhere
It
around
was,
then.
yeah, probably 2006 because it was before the 2008 Great Recession.
Right.
So we're going on almost 20 years.
Wow. Goes
Wow.
fast.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And so you've been in the business, quite some time. I just hit 20 years in March. And I know you had probably a good 10 on me at that time, at least.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
what are you?
I don't like to talk about it. Well, it
All
just
right.
ages me, so whatever. It happens to all
No,
of us.
it's all good. You started when you were 15. So
Exactly. Right.
exactly, right? Awesome. Well, today we're going to talk about you have a business that you've invested in, Cyberbacker, and we're going to talk about how it benefits real estate agents and really how you got into doing this and why and what agents can do with it.
Terrific. Yeah, so as you know, I've been selling real estate forever. And about 4 years ago, I was introduced to the virtual admin idea. And obviously, I clearly embraced it. And I've been running my real estate team completely virtual for 4 years. I had such an amazing experience that when the opportunity to buy the local franchise here in the greater Philly area, I seized it. And I bought the franchise about 3 years ago. And the rest is history. So I've been helping agents, also embrace the virtual admin idea, which I think it takes some people a little bit of time to understand that they don't need someone sitting by their side and they can still have a very successful business for a fraction of the cost. There's a lot of upsides to the virtual admin idea, and one of them is the cost savings because, like I said, it is a fraction of the cost. Our virtual admins work our business hours. That's something that a lot of people, I don't think, realize that your virtual admin can work 9 to 5. They'll work whatever hours you want. Most people prefer the 9 to 5. And another question that I get asked all the time is, how's their English? How's their grammar? And I should share with the audience that weekly we get over 10,000 job applicants for our admins are in the Philippines. We only accept less than 2% because our standards for their English and grammar are so high that we know that the Americans are going to be pretty strict with their standards when it comes to that. So just to give you a little insight about our Filipinos and our virtual admins, we are expanding to Honduras, though, because we have a strong demand for Spanish-speaking virtual admins. That'll be coming in the fall. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
Wow. That's good to know. Yes, we are always looking for a Spanish-speaking, usually agent, but we had one, an administrator at one point, and it was great because we do have a lot of clients that call here that are Spanish, and we don't have we can't help them. And I know that the Spanish people in our area are underserved because they call around looking for Spanish-speaking agents and they don't know where to go. So I do have a friend who is Spanish and I do refer them over to her. We would like to obviously, assist with that. So that's great.
Yeah.
And now is Honduras the same time? I don't even know where that is.
Yes, our virtuals, to tell you the truth, they'll work whatever hours you want. We have an agent in the city here, and she has 2 virtuals with us because she wants coverage 7 days a week. And on the days that they overlap, the one will work like 12 to 8 and the other will work 9 to 5. So she is never without coverage, which I think is really interesting. Because I think the one works, was it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I think the other one is maybe Monday to Friday. I forget what it is, but she basically has coverage over the weekend, which she was really struggling with because, as you know, the weekends tend to be our busiest times, right? That's when you're showing the houses. It's when you're writing the offers. I should let you know, your audience needs to know that we don't need to be just Monday to Friday. We can do whatever days it is. Our virtuals do only work 5 days though. So whatever 5 days you choose and whatever hours you choose is up to you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I've been working with virtual assistants for several years now, and we've gotten into a good rhythm. It's been, and they're from the Philippines. I have 3.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, and they've been great. And we went through, though, I should say this, like a lot to get to 3. So it is definitely not an easy thing. So if you have a company like yours, Pam, so why don't you tell everybody how it works?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because that is also something else that we pride ourselves on, because at Cyberbacker, we have a pretty rigid training program. So what happens is you sign up with us and you design your job description, which is about 10 to 12 tasks that you want your Cyberbacker, your VA to accomplish. Based on your job description is how we train them. For example, if you use Follow Up Boss as your CRM, we're going to train them on Follow Up Boss. We'll train them on your MLS. We'll train them on if you want them to do video editing for, because a lot of people do videos now, right? It all revolves around you and what your needs are. And what just came to mind is we work in all industries, by the way. So if you have friends that are in other industries, like we have a client who's a doctor. We have a client that's a roofer. We have a client that owns a bar here in the city with event space. His virtual is working to get him clients for his event space. We have someone in the wellness industry. So anybody that needs an admin, that needs administrative work, we can help them. So then once we train them, then if that virtual admin isn't the right fit for you, you can get a replacement free of charge. Now, one of the things that we do at Cyberbacker, the founder of Cyberbacker originally was a Keller Williams agent and coach. So a lot of what Cyberbacker does mimics Keller Williams. And the reason I bring this up, Keller Williams has what's called a KPA, the Keller Personality Assessment. Cyberbacker has a CBPA, a Cyberbacker Personality Assessment. And the importance of this is that every Cyberbacker takes this assessment. So then we understand their personality style, right? Because someone who's an analytical and probably would be good with accounting tasks and bookkeeping is not going to be great at your social media platform, right? Because someone that's going to be doing social media and working with a lot of graphics is going to be more of an expressive style and not so much analytical. So we look at your job description and match that with the right Cyberbacker personality style. So, we don't always, it's not always perfect. Like you said, some people, it takes a couple of times to get the right virtual VA, but when you get the right one, life is so good. And that's why I'm where I am, because I've been matched with the right VAs, and their dedication and their loyalty to you is just, I've had a lot of assistants in my life, and until you experience it, it's really hard for me to express how you're going to feel about it. We've had clients that have been invited to their VA's weddings. We've had clients that have flown their VAs here just so they can meet them in person. You establish a really strong bond with your VA because of their dedication to you and your business. It's pretty amazing because if anybody's familiar with the Filipino culture, you'll understand they are usually multi-generational. They usually all live together. And family is very, very important to them. Education is very important to them. More than 50% of our VAs are college educated, which is, I think, a fantastic attribute to Cyberbacker, because one of the reasons we get so many job applicants is our pay grade in the Philippines is higher than average purposefully, right? We want to attract talent because talent, obviously, what did Gary Keller used to always say, talent always wins, but I'm not going to remember the saying, but hard work and talent together are like unstoppable.
That's right. I know the saying. I don't remember what it is, though.
Yeah, I know you know it too.
All good. All good. So that's great. I think that virtual assistants, the thing is, they are virtual, they are assistants, but they are still part of your team. And if you treat them as such, as part of your team, you'll probably get a lot more from them than just like treating them as just a virtual assistant in the Philippines.
And that's a great point too. I think, like I said, the VA is not for everybody, and I understand that, and I get that. But when you do grasp the idea and you treat them as part of your team, and kind of, because your assistant in any industry, they become part of your family, right? You spend more time with them than you do with your family, right? You're at the office 8 hours a day or so. And even though they're not sitting next to you, I'm in communication nonstop all day. Yesterday, my VA said to me, I'm not grasping this, Pam. Can we jump on a quick Zoom? Less than 5 minutes later, we're on a Zoom call. She and I are figuring out what, my task was that she wasn't understanding. That's how they're at your fingertips. All of our VAs come with a cell phone. I could have called her. It would have taken 2 minutes to call. And when you call them, it's like me calling you. It's like they're next door, right? It's with technology. The phone works great. Cyberbacker provides them with a cell phone with your local area code, by the way. You get to choose the area code, whatever works for you. And then they all come with a Zoom account as well. I personally like the Zoom because then you can share your screen and then you can show them, okay, so here, like yesterday, she teaches me so much. It's insane. I was like, how do I get a bunch of emails together in like one email? I don't want to send someone 10 emails because I want to forward all of these. And it took literally 30 seconds. I'm like, oh my gosh. But one of the things that I like about Zoom is we now have a 53-page operations manual. And that's thanks to Zoom, because every time she and I would teach her a new operation, like a new procedure. She recorded our conversation and then she transcribed it and sent it back to me as a procedure with graphics, visuals, pictures. Amazing. So when you sign up with us, we share the procedures manual. It's a Google Doc, so our clients can edit it very easily. You take out my name, put your name in, you're going to customize it. But what I love about it is it's like a template. So when you get started, you kind of hit the ground running, and it gives you ideas on different tasks your VA can do. And the procedures, when I say they're detailed, like for example, an agreement of sale, she and I took the time to go through the 14 pages, every fillable spot on the agreement of sale. So, which I thought was a huge win for agents. Now it's detailed. Okay, here's what you do on line 7A. Here, so just to give people a little insight in how to work with their VA. We're doing a mastermind tomorrow for our clients. And we're always sharing new ideas that we've learned, because we're always learning as well. And what I love about the mastermind is it's interactive. It's not just us talking at them, the agents get on there and they go, Pam, you know what we learned the other day? So we do the mastermind every quarter. It's quarterly. And I'm very involved with our VAs and our clients, because when they succeed, like I feel like we succeed as well. It's fun for me.
Well, happy clients give referrals and
Yes.
grow your business from that.
Well, and now that you bring that up, so our referral program is one of my favorite attributes of Cyberbecker. And the reason that I say that is that we have a referral program so that for every client you refer, you get so much money taken off your bill. We can also pay you a direct referral fee. You just have to complete a W-9, so it's all legit. And we also have what's called an affiliate referral program. So the only requirement for being an affiliate is to refer 10 people annually to us. It's at no cost, and your referral fee is double. So for example, if you refer us 10 people, that's about $10,000 in your pocket, which is a free part-time admin. Hopefully that made sense.
It made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So you have all different ways that you're growing your business. I mean, you take it's businesses or businesses. So it doesn't matter if you're real estate, mortgage, insurance, scooping ice cream. You still have accounting. You still have basic business functions. And pretty much anybody could be a virtual assistant.
Exactly. And it is exciting for us when we get the referrals. We have one client that he's been with us like 3 months. He just sent us his 4th referral. And they're in all different industries. That's what I love. I mean, this one client, I didn't even know this industry existed, but he has this auction business that's nationwide. And one VA is not going to be enough for him. I don't even know how he functions doing what he's doing now. His business when he hires a couple of VAs, it's going to explode even more. It's a fascinating business to me. And once he explained it to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, there is such a need for this. So he referred him. He referred our doctor client to us. He referred somebody in the blind, like the window covering business. So that's been fun because he's actually a realtor, but has obviously a lot of clients and friends in all different industries.
Sure. And if you have something that's going good for you and,
right.
It's part of what you should be doing, contribution of helping other people grow their businesses and challenges that they may have, for sure. So what's a VA cost, Pam?
Okay, so we have part-time VAs that are $1,000 a month, which is 20 hours a week of work. And our full-time VAs are $1,500 a month, and that's 40 hours a week.
So 1,500 and 1,000.
Correct.
So you got 160 hours.
Oh, I've never added it. Wait, 40, 80, 100. Yes. So it's right. Mm-hmm.
So you have
a lot of our clients start out part-time, and then once they realize, the capabilities of their VA, they transition into full-time usually after a couple of months.
So that averages on $9.37 an hour.
Mm-hmm. I should also let the audience know that they can share a VA. And that's something that a lot of our clients do as well. They start out sharing and then they realize, oh, I need this person full time. But you can share and, we split the bill.
So it's about $380 a week for a VA, for an assistant for 40 hours.
So then when you think this through, there's no payroll taxes and there's no benefits.
I bet you spent more than $380 last weekend going out.
Well, that's another subject, but
with two people. No, anybody. So if you have a couple, if there's just two people and you go out to dinner twice over the weekend,
Yep.
and it's with cocktails, and
Yep.
that's $190 per couple per night. I think that's pretty normal pricing. It's like $100 a person, right?
Today it is, yes. Very
Yeah.
hard to go out $100 a couple per night. We can't do it.
No, that's not possible unless you have a burger and a Coca-Cola and a cup and a water and
Right.
another burger. In that case, that's $60 because that's
Right.
what we did last night. It was $60 for two burgers, a water, and a Coke.
Yeah.
So there's
I know.
no way. So think about that. Two dinners
Mm-hmm.
and you have 40 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to put things in perspective for people, right? Like, what else do you spend money on? I mean, there's so many things that we spend a lot of money on. And then when we come down to like, oh, I could get somebody for 40, have somebody with me virtually for 40 hours a week to help me do all the other stuff that I'm not able to do right now. My gosh, sounds like a bargain, Pam.
Well, that's why I bought the franchise. Because like you're explaining, I realized this very quickly. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I cannot believe the amount of production that I get. So I have a new website for my real estate business, thanks to my VA. For whatever reason, I decided like I was spending too much money on my previous website. And so she and I were brainstorming and she's like, I'll be able to do this. I said, you can design a website? She's like, because one of the things that I should let the audience know is the cyberbacker community is fantastic. We have over 3,600 cyberbackers working in the I should say working with clients in the United States. They're still in the Philippines. And they have a gigantic community, obviously, that they talk to each other. So she went into the community, asked questions, and my website cost less than $1,000 to put together. Now, the video that I have in my website was an additional charge, but you don't have to do video. I hired a videographer to do a couple of videos because, I mean, I think everybody knows video is where it's at today, right? And now I love my website. We've already gotten 2 referrals this year from my website. I don't even know if I got 2 referrals the entire time with my last website. So that's the one thing too that I've learned with the VAs, like there's almost nothing they can't do because they're so resourceful. That's one of the things that I love the most about my VAs. When I ask them to do something, they never come back to me to ask me like, oh, Pam, how do I do this? Because then why would you have a VA? They'll either go into their community, ask questions, they'll go onto YouTube, they'll figure out how to get it done. And there's a great support system with the staff within Cyberbacker as well, because every VA has like, quote unquote, a boss to help them with anything that they're struggling with as well.
So they have oversight and you're not the oversighter.
They get coaching weekly. We have over 40 training classes per month that they can attend. That's how my VA learned about SEO, and we've been ranking higher and getting more leads that way as well, which has been exciting for me. My real estate business is cruising along, and that's thanks to my VA, because with having the Cyberbacker business now, I'm going in a lot of different directions, and I don't have as much time to do the prospecting that I used to do. So she's indirectly doing it for me, with doing more promotion on our social media platform. Like we're on LinkedIn now. I wasn't even active on LinkedIn. So that's something I want your audience to know too, that you put a marketing plan in place, which is what we did in the beginning of the year. And then she runs with it. The only reason that I ever do my videos is because she and I set up a Zoom call, and, we usually film about 6 videos in one shot. And then she edits them, splices them, and promotes them throughout the month. So it's been, like I said, it's been a pretty amazing experience.
That's awesome. Sounds like everybody should have a cyberbacker.
Well, I'm partial, so of course I think so.
Well, it definitely will allow people to do more of what they do best, and that's whatever it is in your industry. So if
Right.
that's selling real estate or mortgages or scooping ice cream or taking care of people at the doctor's office, I'm sure you do. The people do much better at doing those things than doing the administrative work behind the scenes and marketing.
Exactly. Everybody knows their strength.
Absolutely. All right, Pam, before we wrap up today, I have two quick questions for you. Come on. Guilty pleasure. Your guilty pleasure.
My guilty pleasure?
Yes.
Oh, that's being at the beach.
Ah,
I
down the
love being
shore.
at the beach. Down the shore. I mean, all the locals know what that means.
Down the shore and then at the beach or just down the shore?
No, just down the shore. I'm not a beach goer anymore. But you know, the vibe down there, it's just different. It's a slower pace. Everybody's on vacation, so everybody's in a good mood, and you're not hustling to go anywhere. When I'm up here in the city, I'm hustling all day.
I'm not hustling to go nowhere down the shore.
Right, that's what I mean.
I don't even do anything. I haven't even seen you out because I haven't been out.
And you have the best time doing nothing. That's what I love. I jump on my bike every day.
Yeah, I'm on my bike. I read books.
Ride my bike. Yep.
We play games.
Yep.
Like silly stuff, but it's fun.
It is super fun.
And totally chilling out. Okay. Next question. What are you most excited about for your personal future?
It's growing Cyberbacker because I know how it can help people. And like I said, it warms my heart because it's a win-win on both ends. It helps the Cyberbacker live a better life, and it helps the client also live a better life, give them more leverage. Most importantly, give them time back. And time is our most important asset.
No doubt. Hopefully they could help us get off the treadmill.
That's the goal.
I see you're getting off the treadmill. You have a business of recurring revenue. More on that later. More on that later, Pam. It was great to see you, my friend. Thank you for sharing with us today.
Likewise. Thank you.
Congratulations. My pleasure. And congratulations on your business venture. And I know you're kicking it with all these great things and all the great people that you're helping. So kudos to you.
Thanks, Maria. I really appreciate you reaching out. Great to be here.
My pleasure.